out there in the middle of the woods that'll make a strong man die from pride. Things that'll crawl and things that'll fly and things that'll creep around on the ground. And they say that the ghost of Lucius Clay comes up and he walks around. And I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. And I couldn't believe it, 'cause I never would listen to anyone else. I couldn't believe it. I had to find out for myself. There's some things in this world you just can't explain. An old man lived in a Woolley swamp way back in the Booger Woods. He never did do a lot of harm in the world, but he never did do no good. People didn't think too much of him. They all thought he acted funny. The old man didn't care about people anyway. He just cared about was his money. Stuff it all around in the mason jars and he'd bury it all around. And on certain nights, if the moon was right, he'd dig it up out of the ground. He'd pour it all out on the floor of his shack and he'd run his fingers through it. Yeah, Lucius Clay was a greedy old man, and that's all that there was to it. But I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. I never would listen to no one else. I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself. But there's some things in this world you just can't explain. The Cable Boys was white trash. They lived over on Carver's Creek. They were mean as a snake and sneaky as a cat and belligerent when they'd speak. One night, the oldest brother said, "Y'all meet me in the Woolley swamp later. We'll take old Lucius' money and we'll feed him to the alligators." They found the old man out in the back with a shovel in his hand. 13 rusty mason jars he just dug up out the sand. They all went crazy and they beat the old man and picked him up off the ground. Threw him in the swamp, stood there and laughed as the black water sucked him down. They turned around and went back to the shack and picked up the money and ran. They hadn't gone nowhere when they realized they were running in quicksand. Then they struggled and they screamed and they couldn't get away just before they went under. They could hear the old man laughing in a voice loud as thunder. Now it's been 50 years ago and you can go by there yet. There's a spot in the yard in the back of that shack where the ground is always wet. And on certain nights, if the moon is right, down by that dark footpath, you can hear 3 young men screaming, and you can hear old man laugh. Y'all gather back in the Woolley swamp, but better go at not go at night, sorry. There's out there in the middle of the woods and make strong men die from fright. The things that crawl, the things that will fly, and the things that'll creep around the ground. And they say it's the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and walks around. And I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. 'Cause I never would listen to no one else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. There's some things in this world you just can't explain. Some things in this world you just can't explain.